Welcome everyone to the Aviator Show. It's Restock Hen and my friend Gabriel from Rotor School. How are you doing?
Excellent.
It's a great day to fly. We've got a crazy Robinson R22 behind me. They do training in this and an R44.
That's right, yeah.
So we're gonna go up and we're gonna scout out an area because my friend Rodolfo from Miami, who we trained in a paramotor, is coming in with his Bronco, his brand new Ford Bronco. And we'd be cool to try to get linked up together.
I mean, what better than paramotors, cars and helicopters? Hey.
It's a special event. Check it out on this week's episode of the Aviator Show. Bro!
What's up, dude? It's so good to be back.
What's happening? Rodolfo? It's my brother.
Rodolfo's over at Ronald.
Ronald? Reese. Nice to meet you. If you don't know Rodolfo, he trained here at Aviator Paramotor. You should definitely check his Instagram out, Walk with Rodolfo. Incredible story. Learned to fly here, went to Egypt, flew over the pyramids, flies out of Miami, and now he's a rep for Ford.
Yeah, Ford Bronco ambassador full time.
That's so sick.
So I'm stoked to throw my paramotor on the back and hopefully involve the flying in my adventures with them.
He's starting off a couple, actually going full nomadic.
I'm going full. Like, yeah, and the next
Selling
month,
the house, getting on the road with his paramotor and his Bronco from Miami to the cross to the west. How far are you planning on going?
Dude, we're going to Alaska.
Alaska.
We're going back to Mexico after that too. I mean, every corner of this continent I'm trying to hit. So
before he does that, we're down here at Aviator Paramotor, Lake Wales, Florida, to get his motor running, try to get him in the sky, getting comfortable flying again, and that's what this is all about. But before then, we got some crazy stuff going on.
When I get a call from Reese and like this happens out of the spur of the moment, I don't even know how it's possible, but somehow he's arranged for us to get a helicopter flying around to get some aerial shots of our car and of our cars, and I just can't wait. I don't even know, like, this is crazy.
Stay tuned. It's gonna be wild. Let's go. Whew.
If you want to keep your integrity, you can't go on a mass production journey. I mean, you can't just become a little car or a big machine. Can you?
Hey, you only wrote this for the money, didn't you?
What's the matter with you? Money isn't everything, you think so?
Do a decent approach that. So, starting at that.
All right, got you in sight. Yeah, kick it sideways, big dog.
Doing so, baby. Nice job, guys.
All right, well, rendezvous back at the base. See you guys. Thanks, guys. That was so much fun.
Amen. Lots of fun too.
Lake Wales traffic, helicopter 153, Jupiter Romeo 2 miles southwest, entering on a box cycle to the fuel pump. Lake Wales.
The Animati is very gradual that way.
Perfect. I mean, for me, it's all I need.
Yes.
Everyone's gunning for bigger, better, this and that. This is all I need.
Yeah,
Animated.
like, what are you, like 5'8"?
Dude, I'm 5'4" on a good day. What are you talking about? I'm 140 soaking wet.
You want to try it on? Yeah. Yeah, I had to, mate. Look at that. Looks like a great day for flying. Helicopter, nice and low, lower than the paramotor pilot almost.
It is.
Man, that salt water is rough on these motors.
This is my 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Freewheeling Edition, and I'm super grateful to be back at Aviator PPG, the place where I learned how to fly a paramotor. And we're gonna see, they're gonna get me back in the sky after a long time of not flying. But I feel confident because this team can handle anything.
Definitely. Cool to have Rodolfo here, and I brought the 65 Mustang out. He's got the newest Bronco, and I got the oldest Mustang. Rodolfo said this motor hasn't started in a year.
A year and 3 months.
Let's get the fires up. Woo! Let's go! So we just fired it up. I think it's running pretty okay. We won't know this until we get to the field, but I definitely think we should throw a new air box on it, propeller it up, and see if we can get this thing off the ground for sure. You can see the air box is split here. We're gonna replace that. The air container is still pretty good there. We're gonna put that aside. He had a bad prop, got a good prop.
For now.
For now. Oh gosh, don't say that. The gas was bad. We threw in some new gas. We ran all the old gas out, fired up, first try. There we go. All right. All right, there it is. Propeller and air box installed. Thank you very much, Vanna White. And why don't you throw it on? Let's see if it feels like what you're used to.
I guess it should turn right over, huh? My name is Rodolfo Rojas. I'm a professional athlete and Ford Bronco ambassador. I trained with you guys back in February of 2022. And since then, I've had an incredible journey, but I actually had about a year and 3 month gap. Ever since I had an emergency landing in Miami. Luckily, I was close enough to the beach to make it back to land. But at that moment, I was pretty shook. I had some maintenance to do on my motor, and coming back here, smooth sailing. You guys really helped me out, make me feel confident with the maintenance you guys all did, and guided me back into the sky. It was pretty awesome. It's just awesome, man. Right smack in the center, palm out, flip the wrist, flip it in.
Sweet, grab those brakes in your A's.
Yeah, make sure not to hit that kill switch.
Alright, find the center. Stop right there so we don't pull the wing forward. Yeah, don't face me, face into the... because this is like the wind line right here. So torque your body towards me. There you go. Okay. Alright, arms back. Low touch your power to get the top spinning. Good. No more than that. Yeah, nice deep breath. When you're ready, go ahead and kite that wing. Run, 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 run. Keep running, keep running, keep running. A little bit of power. Good. Keep running. Pedal to your right. Perfect. Power lean back. Physical. Keep running. Keep running.
He's
Wow.
smiling.
I mean, all I can say is thank you. Thank you to everyone here at Aviator, Reese, Jillian, the whole squad, Mike for attending to my motor, getting me back up in the sky. I kind of have this sense of euphoria right now. I feel like tingling at the tips of my fingers. Yeah, it was just so smooth, man. I felt like it was yesterday. I was back up there and just hanging out, that magical up button right here, and that's a sense of accomplishment for sure. My training was in February 2022, and 4 years prior to that, I knew it for sure. I mean, it was probably 2018, 2019 that I was just obsessively watching YouTube videos, and it was to the point where I knew I wanted to do it. I had even booked to go do the course before. This you actually don't even know. I booked to do the course here before ever trying doing a tandem. I just knew from seeing that this is something I wanted to be involved in. I had prior to that, I had experience with highlining, so I felt comfortable in heights. I kind of grew up in a building, high up. So there wasn't a fear in that back of my mind about being up there. It was more so I'd rather personally, especially any sport actually I get into, I'd rather learn from the best. I want to learn from people with experience, people who can like safely and comfortably explain each aspect to what I might expect or what might come of any circumstance, you know? So after plenty of research, I was lucky enough to find Aviator, a place that's near me. I'm based out of Miami, Florida, and I was born and raised there, so it's just a little car ride up. Didn't have a car at the time, actually. I had to borrow my girlfriend's. But she let me use it, and I came up here for about 2 weeks, and it was incredible. What truly moved me to start flying was the beauty of it. I wanted to see the world from a different perspective. I was fascinated by the idea of just being able to navigate your way through areas you never would, right? Like, I would never be able to hike the same areas that I can see and get to. Like, it would take days, months, years, a lifetime to make it across these terrains that are just unlikely to otherwise, unless you had a freaking paramotor over your head, you know? I want to go see the world, and I want to see it in a way I haven't before, and it's not about going high, it's not about going fast, it's just about that experience. Solving that curiosity, that sense, that like kind of craving I had. I had a craving, and I decided to follow through with that little gut feeling, and I'm so grateful I did. And even ever since the beginning, and who knows, right? I'm speaking now, it's 2024, we'll see, maybe down the line I might be an acro junkie, but I think right now and since then and moving forward, I felt so happy with paramotoring being my tranquility. It's been honestly and I realized that I was talking to Dave yesterday, and I actually, when I had my incident back in 2023, I was a little like shook at first, of course, right? Anyone who kind of takes an emergency landing somewhat crashes, to be honest. I flew into a dune. I was covered in like 100 sand spurs, and I was alone, which really kind of scared me. I realized at that point there are some risks that need to be taken, that there are some risks and there's some precautions that need to be taken. Now, looking forward and stepping away from it, I almost thought I didn't like paramotoring anymore, you know? And not because I was scared, but more so because what I just mentioned, the tranquil part, believe it or not. I'm the type of person, I've been very active my whole life. I'm grateful to say the moment I found a skateboard at around like 12, 13, I was hooked. And before that, of course, I played recreational group sports, but like from 13 on, I was on my board, and that, I believe, truthfully, skateboarding was like my gateway, my path to creativity, to exploration, to adventure, to see the world in a different way. That was that first gateway. Then, of course, it led to slacklining, which I'm grateful to say I'm a professional now. And now I'm outside in nature, and then I feel like I'm gaining aspects of life in different ways. Like, I've considered life in different chapters, and like paramotor is the air chapter, right? We have different elements, and now coming back into it, I'm grateful for it because I've realized a lot of the activities that I personally do and love to do are very kind of adrenaline, high-paced, and demanding. And I was so convinced after taking my emergency landing that it wasn't just the fear, because yeah, there might have been a little bit, but like you saw today, I felt comfortable to like, dude, we got this, you know, like it was more so just like I didn't feel physically demanded. And I know that's a really strange thing. You might not have heard that before, but I like to sweat. I like to fall. I like to go through it. You don't want to fall when you fly paramotor, dude. Like, you don't want to crash, you know? That's really not it. I'm used to taking 1,000 falls on my skateboard, 1,000 falls on my slackline, seriously. And for some weird reason, I've loved it because that's a perseverance. It's that fail and prevail. It's a moment of just realization that if I keep trying and I focus, I'm in tune with my breath, I can achieve whatever I want. This is the complete opposite. And for some reason, at one point, I thought it must not be for me anymore, you know? Yeah, like I almost thought paramotoring wasn't for me, only because I didn't feel that same feeling of like, oh, this is difficult. It is difficult, I'll let you know that, because it's ever changing. That's the part that a lot of people need to acknowledge and we need to understand. In the bigger picture, you're not a paramotor pilot, you're a meteorologist. You're going through all these different circumstances, these weather patterns, and possibilities of just different things that could happen to you when you're up there. And I think at that point it becomes a little bit more dicey. Of course, when you start getting into the acro world as well, that's a whole nother, that's a physical, mental challenge as well. But I knew coming into it for certain that's not why I came here. And now coming back into the sport, for certain, I feel like I finally have something that I could slow down with. And that might seem to someone who doesn't fly paramotor, that might seem so strange, right? Like I just told you, I'm craving adrenaline to an extent, right? I love, as a professional highliner, I am literally strung up between 2 mountain peaks or canyons, hundreds, maybe thousands of feet off the air, off a 1-inch little webbing. And that's my comfort zone. Strangely enough, it's quite a bit of adrenaline at first, but then it's a meditation. It's the same thing with paramotor. You might have a little bit of a rush, a feeling of like, you know, and it's safe. It's a good thing to have. A little bit of reservations, you know, like you're like, you know, you want to be safe. You check your gear, you do this and that, but it's not an adrenaline rush. It's actually, you want to be the most calm you could ever be. You want to take a deep breath of air, relax when you're up there. Of course, you're focused, right? But paramotoring for me has now become something to help balance out my life, actually, because I'm always so high-strung, so high-paced. With paramotoring, I can say, this is my time to unwind. This is my time to enjoy personal time. Man, hell yeah.
Well, it looks like Jillian's getting her motor pre-flit. You want to try to go up one more time?
I would love to. I didn't want to fly alone at that point. I was like, yeah, you know.
Let's get it.
It wasn't bad at all. It was a little bumpy, but nothing like, yeah.
Jillian's gone back up, so if Jillian's going up, I'm going to go up.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing a little cross country. And today, man, it was unbelievable to be with my friends, like catching up with you, Reese, catching up with Jillian, the whole squad out here at Aviator. Insane. I look over to my right, my left, up, down, like we're all just swerving around, and it's unreal. Like I told you, like coming back into, you know, getting up into the air, it felt like it was yesterday, but coming back onto land, whew, like I could literally feel like chills. My name is Rodolfo Rojas. I'm a professional athlete and Ford Bronco ambassador. This is Life After Aviator. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. The whole works. You guys made it to the right place if you're watching this video. Walk with Rodolfo. Forgot that's the handle.